And you know me, and you know how important my cheat days are. So on this day, to kick off 2022, this is the world famous or infamous, however you want to look at it, rock toast, 4-inch thick brioche French toast. Oh, look at this. And for all of you guys across the country, by the way, who have already tried the famous rock toast, your response has been amazing. Thank you. You guys are like, it's the greatest French toast ever.
Whether it be cheat meals, MyFitnessPal, if it fits your macros, food prep, the 80-20 plan, and structured eating, in this episode, I'm going to share some of the best strategies to keep your diet on track so you can make continued progress with your training. Now look at The Rock, Christiano, Renaldo, Tom Brady. Here's a bunch of athletes who are no spring chickens at age 50, 37, and 45 respectively. All three are lean, super fit, and they're all high performers. There's a reason for that. Yes, they train diligently, they have high standards, and they have above average discipline. One of the biggest reasons for their success, though, when it comes down to leanness, is the simplicity and structure of their food plan. You've heard the term, you are what you eat. You eat like shit, you're gonna perform like shit, and you're gonna look like shit. You put great fuel in your body though, feed your muscles in the right amounts and train properly, and you will have massive success. That advice goes for everybody. So what do the diets of these three guys actually look like? That's what we're looking at today. The Rock, 6'2", 262 pounds. The guy's got a massive frame, a lot of muscle. Here's a guy who trains a lot and keeps a crazy schedule. To me, 7 to 8 meals a day seems pretty crazy, but hey, that's The Rock, big man, he's got to feed his body. Some of his keys: regular intervals of eating, portion control, and high quality food. So if you look at his menu here, his proteins are basically fish, chicken, beef, and eggs, and protein powder. His carbs keeps it super simple: oatmeal, potato, rice, and veggies. Super simple. Now, it's this kind of discipline that translates into that crazy bodybuilder-like physique that he has. Now, take a look at Renaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Notice the minimalist menu. There's one breakfast option, there's 2 lunch options, and there's 2 dinner options. They're solid meals. They look great. I'm sure they taste great. And I don't think he seeks comfort foods to make himself feel better. Notice the dinners, for example. How can you go wrong with a fresh fish and a salad? Breakfast isn't a donut and coffee, but rather some quality protein. It's no wonder Renaldo is still shredded and still an attraction on the soccer pitch at his age. Now, Tom Brady, 45. You can say what you want about him. Is he the GOAT in NFL quarterbacking? To me, I'm impressed with the guy. Take a look at his diet plan. Banned food includes sugar and flour, probably a smart idea. You don't see any processed food. Plenty of protein, quality carbs and fats. Game day meal, a little suspect, almond butter and jelly sandwich. I guess he's burning a lot of calories during the game, so if that's his thing, so be it. Whether it's these 3 stars or other elite performers, their diet is a critical part of their success, and they keep things simple. This is something we can all do. My best advice for you is to come up with a super healthy meal structure that you can put on your fridge. Perhaps that's 1 to 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 3 dinners that you can rotate throughout the week. That meal plan is your shopping list. It's your prep guide for the night before. This is the exact kind of discipline you need to succeed in having a killer body capable of performing at a high level. Now, you can train until you're blue in the face, but if you're not fueling that training for results, guess what? You're not going anywhere. You're going to do more harm than good. My breakfast, super simple. It's turkey, bacon, and eggs every single day. I never get bored of it. 4 of each. Lunch is almost always the same. It's a protein shake, 2 scoops of protein powder, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and a banana. Like, super simple, and I love the way it tastes. I'm busy throughout the day. I need this meal to be quick and easy. Now, my dinner is usually a rotation of meats. It's either chicken, sometimes barbecued, sometimes baked, ground beef, sometimes in the form of a beef patty, sometimes just ground beef, steak or fish, and some sort of side fruit. Maybe a side salad, sometimes rice, sometimes it's potato, but it's the same thing pretty much every day, and I never get bored with the taste. Now, do I count calories with MyFitnessPal? Absolutely. Listen, I've got OCD, I'm a techie, and that's just the way I treat my training as an exact science. Is it necessary when you have a template that you're following rigidly on your fridge? Not really. There are times where I may deviate from my diet a little. My wife will bake some really nice key lime pie or cookies, Somebody will bring over some cookies. In that case, I follow something called an 80-20 plan. 80% of what I eat is super high quality foods. There's nothing processed, and I make sure I hit my protein goals. That way, with the remaining 400 calories on my 2,000 daily plan, I can squeeze in some fun food if I have to. And guess what? I get away with it. Now, do I recommend this type of eating? Absolutely. If it's going to help you stay on track, why wouldn't you do that? 100%. My thoughts on if it fits my macros. Where as long as you get your protein and calories in, you can have whatever you want. You might be able to get away with this in the short term, especially if you're young, but to me, this is not optimal. Imagine eating this. Imagine this crazy diet where you're just drinking protein shakes and Halloween candy every day. It fits the macros, right? Like it does. Is it fun? Absolutely. I think we can agree though that this is not sustainable. There's no fucking way that you're going to get the nutrients needed with this kind of diet. So yeah, you hear this thing, if it fits your macros. Young people do this, they swear by it because they believe they can get the best of both worlds. Eat shitty food and be in shape. It does catch up to you in the long run, and it does catch up to older athletes. Don't necessarily recommend it. Food prep, batch cooking on Sunday night and putting it in Tupperware. Listen, much respect to those who do this. I personally don't see this as normal or sustainable though. Maybe for some lunches if you're on the go, but every meal of the day for convenience? Listen, make enough money to hire a chef to make meals for you. I can't see somebody doing this for years on in, year out. How about cheat meals? Okay, if you're trying to lose weight, you cannot be in a sustained deficit without having a downshift in your metabolism. Have a refuel once in a while, and strategically, it's fun, and that surplus helps physiologically and psychologically. It's like your birthday every Saturday. Every Saturday, it's barbecued ribs or pizza or nachos. Sometimes it's some Sour Patch Kids candy squeezed in there. I feel like shit the next day, but it's worth it. I don't have to crave any foods over the course of the week because I got it out of the way on the Saturday. Here's the bottom line. Systems are meant to serve you. Having a structured eating plan is a system. Having a weekly caloric target and spreading it throughout the week with a strategic refuel is a system of getting the best of both worlds. MyFitnessPal is a system for tracking for those of you who are a little OCD or who love numbers and tracking. The 80-20 rule is a system for those who have a bit of a sweet tooth. Better have this plan than to just mess up because you've caved into your cravings. Show me a person with a system in place and the discipline to execute on their plan, and I guarantee you, I will show you a successful person in the area of staying fit, being lean, and performing at a high level. So my hope is that this video gives you some ideas to tighten up your plan so you can make the most of your training and live optimally. As always, if you have any questions, you know I'm pretty good at responding. Send me a line, or just as good, share some of your successes. We can all learn from each other.